Hi, it's Beth from the Somerset County Library, and welcome back to my kitchen. It's been a little while, but today we're going to share with you how to make your own cranberry sauce. I I personally love cranberry sauce. I'll eat it any time of the year. It doesn't have to be the holidays. It could be any time of the year. It's great with chicken, of course, turkey, and pork. I use it in a pork recipe that I do in the crock pot with roasted with the pork roast, and it makes a nice sauce with the cranberry sauce. I'm going to show you how to make your own cranberry sauce today. So let's get started. This recipe is one that I found on a site called cleverlysimple.com, and uses fresh cranberries, which are in the stores now. You can find them in the produce department. Calls for 12 ounces of fresh cranberries, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of granulated white sugar, quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a cup of orange juice, and half a cup of water. Now, I don't have any orange juice in the house right now, but I do have a couple oranges, so I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some fresh orange juice too. But before I do that, I'm going to peel, before I cut my orange, I'm going to peel the zest off, and I'll be able to use that later. I like to use a potato peeler, and you just take thin slivers of the orange skin off, and then later you can dice it up into little teeny pieces. And you can dry it out, save it for later, stick it in the freezer, whatever. But you don't want to go too deep. You don't want to get the white. So this is probably deep enough. So I'm just gonna go around and just peel some of that delicious zest off of there. And even though this recipe didn't call for zest, I'm going to be adding a little bit into my finished product because I love the extra flavor that you get from the orange zest. Okay, so now let me cut my orange so I can juice it. Okay, when you cut your orange, you want to take note of your ends. You don't want to cut it this way and try to squeeze it, because that'll be more like the slices. It won't get into the middle of things. So if you think of your ends as sort of like the North and South Pole, you want to cut around the equator. And you get the orange that looks like that. And just gonna okay, there's one down. And see, it doesn't take long to do this. Let me measure, see how much juice I got out of that. Okay, so I'm going to have to use my other orange as well. Okay, so 2 oranges ended up being perfect. It was exactly half a cup. And then I added my water in, and I'm just going to add that to my crock pot. Now I am going to measure out my sugar. So I need half a cup of white sugar. And I'm sure you could play with the amounts of sugar, depending on your taste, or if you have diabetics in the family, you might want to try using some stevia. Okay, so we have half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of light brown sugar. And I keep my brown sugar in a sealed container. It helps keep it fresh. Same for my sugar, because I really don't use sugar that often. Usually it's only in recipes like this, so. Okay, so give that a little bit of a stir to combine the ingredients. We can't forget our cinnamon. Okay, we have about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just enough. Okay, so I had 12 ounces of fresh cranberries, and I went ahead and rinsed them off already. You just want to stick them in a colander and throw them all over the floor, and just rinse them off. And we can add those. Ooh, this is going to be a tight fit. I'll have to be careful when I stir. So my little crock pot is just big enough for this. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on. Put this in, and you are going to cook this on high. You're going to cook this on high for, some recipes said 2 hours, others said 3. One recipe I was looking at said that you cook the cranberries until the cranberries pop. No. One recipe said to cook the cranberries until the cranberries pop. Another said that you cook it for the 3 hours, but if you, depending on the consistency that you want of your cranberry sauce, you can cook it for longer. So we'll just leave that go for now. I will have to check on this every hour and give it a little bit of a stir. So I will be setting my timer for 1 hour. And let it go for now. This is one of the great things about using a crock pot, is that you can put things in there and just walk away and let it go. And I have a lot to get done today, so it's going to be good. All right, and while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and just do a thin cut on my zest. I'll throw a little bit in there. And I said I'll probably put the rest of it in a storage bag and I'll stick it in the freezer. That way whenever I need zest in a recipe, I can just pull it out and it is ready. A little thicker than I like, but I like to be able to use all parts of the fruit when I have it. And just make sure you always keep your fingers tucked back. You don't want to chop off your fingers. So while my cranberry sauce is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and clean up and take care of a few other things I have to do. And like I said, we'll be checking on it every hour, giving it a bit of a stir, and we'll see back here when it's done. So while our cranberries are cooking, let's learn a little bit more about the cranberry fruit. So let's head over to somersetcolibrary.org and we'll go to the research tab and look through our online resources. I know we have a lot of resources that would give us some information. So we have a culinary arts collection, which features cooking and nutrition magazines as well as reference or book reference content. So you can probably find a lot of recipes on there. But I want to actually look at more like the health benefits of eating cranberries. And I think I am going to go to General One file. And let me type in cranberries. I'm going to use star symbol or the asterisk symbol there to try to broaden my search. Ooh, so I got a lot of possibilities here. So let me go to the topic finder, see if I can narrow down my search. This is really cool if you have a student that needs to work on a research paper and they're finding way too much product that they can, or way too many resources. This is a great way to be able to narrow down your topic. So let me see. I guess let's go into polyphenols. Let's look under cranberry bioactives. So we have research that was presented in 2013, includes new studies about the health benefits of cranberries' chief bioactives for anthocyanidins. Let's see. We can have the computer read it to us.
Cranberry bioactives. Research presented at the FASEB 2013 included several new studies about the health benefits of cranberries' chief bioactives, proanthocyanidins, PACs, and other polyphenols on a wide variety of human cell types. One study also points to the exceptional benefit of cranberry packs in multiple forms, including juice, dried and supplemented powder beverage. Among the studies highlighted at the conference was emerging research linking consumption of cranberry juice cocktail, CJC, to better cardiometabolic profiles. An observational study conducted in collaboration with the University of North Carolina using the CDC National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, data found that adolescents, ages 12 to 18 years, and adults, 19 plus years of age, who drink an average of 2 glasses, 14 fl. Oz over 2 non-consecutive days have better cardiometabolic profiles than those who do not consume CJC. In this study, adolescent and adult CJC consumers had significantly higher intakes of total polyphenols and proanthocyanidins from drinking CJC, which have proven health-promoting benefits. Ocean Spray Incorporated. www.cranberryhealth.com.
So that is one of the cool features of using these online resources, is that you can change the text size. You can also have it read to you. So if it has one of these listen icons at the top here, you can actually listen to a voice reading the article. So if it has strange words in it, like the proanthocyanidins, probably didn't say that right, you can get an idea of how it's supposed to be said. Okay, let's do the benefits of cranberry juice touted. Take a look at that article. The cranberry has an important tool to help fight bacteria naturally. Contains condensed tannins. Those are those proanthocyanidins, which help rid the body of certain harmful bacteria. Cranberries also contain antioxidants known as polyphenols that help bolster the body's defense against free radical damage. It wants me to demonstrate how to highlight. So if you select a portion of the text that you're reading, you can actually highlight that text. Cranberries have naturally occurring antioxidants, more than any other common fruit. Can help protect against bacteria that cause urinary tract infections. Research suggests cranberries' high concentration of antioxidants can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and may keep oral bacteria from attaching to teeth and gums. May help prevent H. pylori, a bacteria linked to stomach ulcers, from adhering to the stomach wall. So you can see that little fruit, that cranberry, has a lot of health benefits for you. So it's another great reason why you can want to eat cranberries. And as I was showing you, you can highlight, if you were doing a research paper, you could highlight portions of the paper or article that you're reading. And when you're done, you can go to the highlights and notes. And then view all highlights and notes. And then you could download them or send them in an email form to yourself. If you're at home, you can print them out. So if you're working on a research paper, you have all your notes right there for you. And if you use different colors for the different points that you want to remember. You can assign like a different color to a different paragraph or a different part of your research paper, so you can keep all your notes together. And another benefit is that it gives you the bibliographic information right here. So if you are writing a research paper, it's very important to identify your sources, and this gives you all the information that you need. All right, so that's a little bit about the cranberry and how to use some of our Gale online resources.
So it's been 3 hours, and I've been filling in and stirring it, and it does smell really good. I love the orange and the mixture of the orange and the brown sugar and the cinnamon. It smells really good. And I actually been taking my spoon and pressing the cranberries against the side of the crock pot to help break them up a little bit. I like the whole cranberries. I like the gelled as well, but my husband prefers the gelled. So I may let it cook a little bit longer and see how it comes out. I think he'd eat it anyhow. So I'll let it cook just a little bit longer. And it is sort of cool because even with the cover on, I could hear like the little pop, pop, pop as the cranberries were popping and releasing their juices. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to let that go just a little bit longer. And I'll turn it off and let it cool, and we'll see how it sets up.